forecast in the 11 o'clock hour. Usually we will welcome you to Good Night LA at 11 o'clock. Our coverage continues commercial free at the top of the hour at 11 o'clock. Here's a look at some of the images that we've covered today.
These are friends of mine, and they lost everything. This is all that's left of what they had. They left in their clothes.
We never thought this would happen. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Everything's gone.
I was told by a neighbor, stayed a bit longer and saw it all catch fire.
Are you guys ready to evacuate?
Yeah. Waiting until it got here, and now it's here, so...
And it's just devastating. You see people sobbing in front of their homes, trying to get items, trying to retrieve things from their homes.
My dad, they all left with the clothes on their back. They don't have anything to turn back to. We don't have any of the clothes, so I'm here trying to get things for them. Sorry, it's a lot.
I'm using my platform and my friends to be able to, gather up as much help as we can. I brought my food truck. I'm blessed, and I want to be able to bless others.
It is 11 o'clock on this Friday night. We welcome you to the Fox 11 News at 11 o'clock. I'm Marla Tate.
And I'm Alex Michelson. Thank you so much for our live team coverage, continuous commercial-free coverage of the many fires we are now dealing with in Southern California. Happening now, a flare-up of the Palisades fire, triggering new evacuations within the last few hours. Mandatory orders now in place for areas that were previously under warnings. The LA City Fire Department is urging residents to leave immediately for their safety.
And a big heads up for drivers on the 405 southbound, the Sunset Boulevard, and the Getty Center and Skirball Center off-ramps. Here's a list. Those are all closed. All of those off-ramps, southbound 405. The Wilshire and Sepulveda off-ramps are possibly closed. The freeway itself remains open, but you can certainly expect delays in the area. The northbound 405 freeway is open. We do have a word from the CHP now. The CHP says the 405 will stay open unless safety demands otherwise. And in a statement to Fox 11, CHP says this: we will not close the 405 unless we absolutely have to for public safety. If we do close the 405 for public safety, we will divert traffic at a safe location to support public safety and the firefighting efforts.
But that is not happening yet. Earlier tonight, we had an erroneous report from the Daily Mail that LA City Fire Chief Kristen Crowley was fired by Mayor Bass. Tonight, we got a statement from LA City Fire that reads, on Friday, January 10th, Fire Chief Kristen Crowley met with Mayor Bass. Their foremost priorities continue to be fighting the current wildfires and safeguarding Angelenos. It's important to note that the fire chief was not dismissed and is in full command of the LAFD. We'll have more on the controversy that led up to that coming up. So a lot of that starting with an interview right here on Fox 11.
But let's get you caught up on all the fires recovering, beginning with the Palisades fire, the largest one. At least 5 deaths reported. More than 5,300 structures have been destroyed, with a number of acres burned, close to, rather more than 21,000. There are another 11,000 structures in the path of danger, and some progress here, 8% contained. We got that word earlier today of 8% containment. 60,000 residents remain under evacuation orders.
Eaton Canyon above Altadena, 6 people have died there. 7,000 structures damaged or destroyed. Fires burned more than 14,000 acres. 3% containment. 3,200 people under evacuation orders, including parts of Pasadena and Altadena.
And big improvements on the Hearst fire. This was burning in Silmar. It still continues to burn, but it's 70% contained. 771 acres burned, and those evacuations have been lifted. The fire did start near the 5 and 210 freeways.
And let's talk about the Kenneth fire. That one erupted in West Hills yesterday. 1,000 acres burned, 50% containment. That fire is being investigated as arson. Although the guy that was arrested last night, we thought for arson, they ended up deciding that they didn't have enough evidence to charge him with arson. They're keeping him behind bars for felony parole violations.
Yeah, there were warrants out for his arrest.
But he apparently, they believe, was not the arsonist.
We have to follow up on that and find out, because it's still being investigated as arson. We do have some live team coverage of the wildfires. Susan Harasuno, she's in Bel Air with the latest on these new evacuation orders. Gina Silva, she's live in Santa Anita, where donations are pouring in for the fire victims. And Adam Kruger is here in the studio tracking the weather. But we kick things off with Mr. Ed Lascos. He's live following the Palisades fire high atop there. Ed?
And those new evacuation orders are out because of the Palisades fire, making a late night push, moving to the north, moving to the east, at times threatening, well, the Mountain Gate Country Club community here and in the hills above Encino. Quick look at where we stand right now. The hills are